Hey there people, so my name is Ax and I'm an instant healing hypnotherapist, and in today's video I thought I'll share some of my secrets with you guys about how I become one of the most magnetic person in any relationship or in any situation. And as a hypnotherapist, I have a lot of tools at my disposal. However, these 5 psychology facts that I am about to share with you, you can start using them today and you're going to observe how this makes you one of the most magnetic person in any conversation. Now, a fair warning, guys, please use this to make sure that your relationship flourish and don't use this for any other negative intent. Because remember one thing, anytime we're using any kind of technique on someone's subconscious mind, our intentions are also being transmitted to their subconscious mind. And this is the reason why at times we are communicating with certain people and we're like, hey, there's something really off about this guy and I need to back off. So if you use this particular technique for any negative intent, you might not get the results. All right, so let's get started. Now, the number one hack that I have for you guys is anytime I'm trying to have a conversation with someone, before that conversation even begins, I do this one technique. I try to highlight first, like, what do I want out of this particular conversation? Whatever that outcome is, I need to be in that neurological state. I need to be feeling the outcome. Now, this is very technical, but I'll explain to you how I do it. The way I do it is, I go someplace quiet where I can just get like 2 minutes. And within that 2 minutes, what I tend to do is I think of a time when I felt that particular neurological state or that particular emotion that I want as an outcome for this conversation. Now, what I do is I select a particular memory, such as I want someone to perceive me as a really confident guy. Now, if I want to do that, what I tend to do is I think of a time in my life when I felt the most confident. Now, what I do is I just close my eyes and I focus on that particular memory and I let myself relive that particular memory for 2 minutes, because 2 minutes is all it takes for your subconscious mind to bring back any neurological state. The more you observe that particular memory, the more you will start feeling the emotions that you felt within that particular moment. And you can do this, guys, even in a toilet. I mean, just go someplace where you have 2 minutes to yourself, and before starting the conversation, set your neurological state in order. Now, number 2, this particular technique is very special. I do not like to ask people open-ended questions. And what do I mean by open-ended question? Anytime I'm communicating with someone, I do not allow their subconscious mind to go towards any negative neurological state, such as if I ask someone, how are you? Now, this is a very open-ended question. If their day wasn't good, they might say something along the lines of, hey, I had a really tiring day. Now, the moment I let their subconscious mind access some negative neurological state, I have already set the stage for this particular conversation. And that's something that I do not want. So what I prefer to do is my questions are never open-ended. I always suggest the other person towards a positive neurological state, such as rather than asking someone, how are you? I tend to ask the question, are you feeling good? Now, the moment I say, are you feeling good? I am already suggesting their subconscious mind towards a good outcome. One of the most effective questions that I like to ask people is, tell me the most awesome thing about your life. Now, if you observe, this question is asking their subconscious mind to access a particular memory or a particular information that is awesome. The moment they start focusing on that particular memory or that particular information, which is positive in nature, their subconscious mind will also bring back the neurological state. And that is what I want. I want them to feel awesome in my presence. So never ever ask someone an open-ended question. Your question should always be leading their subconscious mind toward accessing something positive inside their subconscious mind, and give no chance to them to access any kind of negative information. Now, number 3. Now, this may sound like really simple, but the effect of this particular hack is so massive that I have had people just running after me because they just want to connect with me. This is very simple. Listen to them carefully and never ever interrupt them while they're speaking. You see, anytime someone is communicating with you, their subconscious mind is trying to express itself to you, and it wants to be understood, it wants to be heard. And if you interrupt whatever they are saying, you break that subconscious focus, and we do not want to break that particular subconscious focus. We want their focus to be on expressing themselves so that their subconscious mind feels satisfied. And the best way is, anytime someone is talking with you, do not interrupt them, but while you are listening to them, always make some good facial expressions that shows that you are interested in whatever they are saying. This makes them speak even more. The more they speak, the more their subconscious mind will be satisfied with, this particular person understands what I'm saying, and that is really great. Now, number 4 is also very simple, but you have to understand why it works so effectively. Anytime you are communicating with someone, try to ask them about their childhood memories, but only the good ones, never the bad ones. Now, the reason why I will recommend this particular technique is because I use this a lot. Remember one thing, at a subconscious level, anything that happened in our childhood has a really big influence on us. So any kind of neurological state that we experience in our childhood, they are the most strongest neurological state in our subconscious mind. So I decide what kind of neurological state I want this particular person to be in while they're communicating with me, such as I want this particular person to love me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask questions about their childhood that has the neurological state of love, such as, hey, I'm just really curious. What did you love doing the most in your childhood? What was that one moment that made you really, really happy? Now, if you see, I'm directing their subconscious mind towards a childhood memory where they felt loved and happy, because if they focus on that particular memory, that neurological state will come back, and as it comes back, they are looking right at me as they are experiencing that neurological state. So their subconscious mind will now record me with the neurological state of love and happiness, and guess what? This is exactly what I want. So remember one thing, guys, ask questions about their childhood, but which are positive in nature. Those memories are really crucial. And by this way, I always keep a higher influence on the person's subconscious mind, and I am always in control of their subconscious mind because I am directing their subconscious mind towards the neurological state that I want them in. This is a very sneaky technique, but trust me, guys, it does magics. And there is no conversation that I have with people where I am not subconsciously dominating them and controlling their neurological state, because I always want them to feel happy with me. The 5th technique, it's kind of controversial, but you need to understand the importance of this particular technique. Now, in this technique, what I tend to often do is I establish authority with the other person. With this authority, I can do a lot. Because with this particular authority, I can push this particular person towards a happier outcome. And the way I tend to establish authority is I start conditioning their subconscious mind by asking them little favors, such as I'll be like, hey, it's quite noisy around here. Do you mind if we stand over there? If you observe, now this is just a question where I'm asking them for a favor, but as a result of this particular question, they are going to do exactly as I said. And this is how I am subconsciously conditioning them to listen to my instructions. As long as they listen to my instructions, I am in authority in this conversation. And what I tend to do with this particular technique is, often at times I'll come across people who are like really, really sad and I want to make them happy. But I know if I ask this particular person, hey, let's do something fun, this person is going to say no. Now, if this person is going to say no, I want to establish authority on this particular person so that I can lead them towards a positive outcome. Now, once I start conditioning their subconscious mind to follow my instructions by giving these small suggestions such as, can we stand over here, or do you mind just closing the door? Now, these small suggestions is conditioning their subconscious mind to listen to my instructions. And once they start listening to my instructions, I always lead them towards some fun activity, because the more fun they have as a result of you establishing authority, or this person becomes suggestible and they hold you in really, really high regards. So use this particular technique really wisely, and trust me guys, you do not want to lead them towards a negative outcome, because if you do, you will forever be remembered as a bad person to their subconscious mind. Now, these 5 tricks are all that you can apply in your conversations or in your relationships. However, let me tell you something really important, guys. While you are trying to psychologically influence the other person, remember one thing: if your predominant neurological state is damaged or it is negative, these techniques might not work for you, and they might even backfire, because your predominant neurological state is developed between the ages of 1 to 9, and if you had any kind of trauma within those particular ages, this becomes a part of your predominant neurological state, and this particular trauma influences all your relationships in life. No matter what psychology hacks you try to use, your predominant neurological state will influence the outcome, and suddenly you'll start feeling like this person is treating me exactly like the way I was treated in my childhood. Now, for that, I have my 15 days instant healing program, where I help people like you remove their trauma bond or any kind of trauma by using instant healing hypnosis, and you can remove any kind of trauma in less than 2 to 3 minutes. I also teach you more advanced conversational techniques that makes you a magnet for anyone in less than 1 minute. So whatever techniques I have shared in this particular video, within my program, we go way advanced, to the point where all you need is just 1 minute of conversation with anyone and they just become addicted to you. If that is something that really interests you guys, you can join my 15 days instant healing program. But for that, I have a really simple process. You need to sign up for a free mini therapy session with me, in which I will first of all analyze your subconscious mind map and understand if I can give you the results. And if I feel I can give you the results, I will enroll you into my program. But if I feel like I can't, I'm going to refuse it. And remember guys, this free mini therapy session is only for people who want to enroll into my program. It's not for everyone to just come over here and take a free analysis. That's not something that I do. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Up until then, stay happy, stay blessed. Do like, subscribe, and leave a lovely comment to show some love. Bye bye.